Oh yeah, yeah. Up here we got Tucker and Dale versus Evil. Now, this film isn't really a horror. It's more like a comedy, like a black comedy. But like it is, it does fit with the Halloween genre.
It has horror elements.
Yeah, horror elements, and it's like a parody to all those slasher films like Friday the 13th and stuff like that. Yeah. And I think it's good. I thought it was good, but as far as shocks go, like horror, I think it's a 1. I mean, there's not much here.
It doesn't scare you.
It doesn't scare you, but I mean, like, it's just like a good time if you don't want to.
The best scene would probably be when the guy jumps into the wood chipper.
Yeah.
That's probably the best scene. Yeah. Or like when he's being attacked by the bees
and he's running around with a chainsaw. Yeah. But yeah, it was cleverly made, and I salute it for that. This one is Paranormal Activity. Everyone knows this one. It's one of those just handheld camera movies. This was made for about $10,000 or something.
Something like that.
And it made so much at the box office, and that's why they made 2, 3, 4, and so on and so forth. Yeah. But the original is still scary. I definitely recommend it, especially like just the entire elements of the film. I think it's cool.
Probably the best scene is at the end. Would you say?
No, I think the scariest bit was that she got dragged out of bed, and that just I was feeling like I could throw up because I was breathing so hard.
It was so disturbing.
It was so disturbing, and I think I'd give this one a 9 out of 10 for scares. So
I'd probably give it a. I'd probably give it a 9 as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So next up we got Pet Sematary, and this is a good film. I think if you're a parent, this will scare you even more. Just because with the whole children dying and whatnot. But
yeah.
The best scene in this, I would say, is when Judd gets his ankle slit open.
Yeah.
Which is pretty brutal.
It's the little things that count. It's
Yeah,
just like little things like it just gets you.
Out of 10, I'd probably give this a 6.
Yeah, alright, that sounds reasonable.
Yeah. Next up, we got Black Swan.
Yeah.
And I know what you guys are saying. You got like Black Swan, like some fucking ballet movie.
Yeah.
If you have seen this, you know how fucking disturbing, horrifying this is.
It's kind of like The Shining, how it's like just one of those realistic horror films, like Misery or The Shining, where it's like pretty much like insanity
Insanity, yeah.
Insanity is the overall scary part in it.
The best scene, I think, is when she's itching at her fingernail, and like she ends up pulling a bunch of her skin off. But that was just like.
I think the bit where I was like, I know it's not as bad as that, but I mean, I couldn't stand that bit where she's like just doing her ballet or something, and she like snaps her toenail, and it like comes off, and I'm like, oh god damn it, why are you doing this? And it just gets me. I think, although it is I think in a 5 scare factor, because it's just more of a cringe movie.
I think like in those moments of those cringiest parts, I think it deserves about an 8.
Yeah.
So, next up we got Dawn of the Dead.
George A. Romero version.
This is the original. This is the awesomeness. This is the god of zombie movies. Probably the best scene in this is at half a second. This policeman goes into a room and blows this guy's head off, and then all is here for like a split second.
So it like comes into the room.
Yeah, it is. It seriously is. But in terms of scares out of 1 to 10, it's not very scary. It's a bit corny, it's a bit cheesy.
Yeah.
What isn't back in the 70s, but I'd probably give it around 5.
Yeah.
Next up, we got Day of the Dead, and this is the sequel to Dawn of the Dead. This is the original one too, and this of course isn't as good as Dawn of the Dead or Night of the Living Dead.
No sequels are. I mean, it's very hard to.
But I think the best scene in this is when the zombie learns how to talk or something. Yeah. But out of 10, I'd probably just give this like a 4 or something.
Yeah, that'd probably be right.
Okay, next up we got The Exorcist. And this is also one of the most scariest movies I've ever seen.
Yeah.
But it's also one of the funniest. So
yeah.
I'm a sick guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
What a perfect day for an exorcism.
Yeah. Come on, fuck me!
Yeah.
You fucking motherfucker, fuck me! Probably the best scene in this is either when she's walking down the steps, or
I can't stop thinking about the Scary Movie 2 bit.
Yeah.
You're all so.
Or the part like when she's swearing, so it's
Yeah.
pretty frightening. And also the part when the mother is walking to the kitchen and you see the devil's face for like a split second. That scared the shit out of me. So out of 10, I'd probably give this around a 9. Yeah.
Yeah.
So last up, we got
man, we both got this one.
The Cabin in the Woods.
Oh.
Now this is quite a recent movie.
Yeah, it came out like a few days ago in Australia though.
Because Australia sucks, but we both love this movie.
It is a great movie.
Probably one of the best of 2012.
Yeah.
Best in horror movies, anyways. This movie is a parody, really, of horror movies, but it's still a horror movie.
Yeah, but I mean, if it wasn't a parody, it would not be like considered that great of a horror movie.
Yeah, of course.
But considering that it's just taken all the slasher horror movie
cliches,
elements, cliches and stuff like that, and just morphed it into the film and made a story out of it.
Yeah.
And I think that it deserves so much more than what it's like been told. I mean,
very underrated.
It's like I didn't even know like that it existed until you told me, and then I looked it up. I loved it. Yeah. And I'm surprised that it's not being appreciated as much like today. Yeah.
So what do you think was the best scene?
I'm gonna be like another sicko, and when the last person is living, and the killer is there with them, and she's like screaming in horror, like, ah! And then it zooms out and it's got that weird dance 70s disco music playing in the background, and it's just her like coughing up blood, and it's just like, what is happening? Like, this is sick, but I love it. And I think that was probably one of my favourite moments in the film.
I think my favourite was with the merman.
Yeah.
In the end.
Ah, come on!
Come on. Yeah. So out of 10, I'd probably give this probably like around 5 or something. It's not very scary.
It's not very scary, but
it's still horror.
Yeah. As far as like scares go, it's very poor. I think it's like 4. But the overall story, even though we're not doing story, is exceptionally over average for horror movies. This is amazing for a horror movie.
So that's all we got.
I think it's about it. We went through a whole lot. These are some of the movies that we can all enjoy for Halloween. Maybe for more mature audiences, I wouldn't suggest taking the kids and going to see The Exorcist or something.
Most of these are rated R.
Yeah, so but then, some of them are also from 1973 or something. So, but yeah,
that's about it, guys.
all right, no problem. See you later.